I'm Katie and I'm going to show you how to start a vegetable garden. If you've got some space, growing your vegetables is not only rewarding, but it tastes great too. To start your own vegetable garden, you will need manure, some compost, potting mix, some snail pellets, a trowel, watering can, seaweed solution, your seedlings, some labels, a Sharpie, gloves, and lastly, some straw mulch. The first thing you'll need to do when starting your vegetable garden is to pick a patch. To produce well, your patch will need at least 6 hours of sun a day. Some veggies can grow in shade, but most veggies like a good dose of sun. A good thing to consider is access to water because your garden will need plenty of it. Make sure it's sheltered and out of the wind. The next step is to make sure you have healthy soil. Most veggies like fertile and well-draining soil. If you're planting directly into the soil, perhaps consider using some compost or some cow manure. These will help give your veggies a great head start. We are planting our veggies into this mobile planter. Now that we've chosen our planter, the next thing to do is fill it with quality potting mix. If you're using a raised garden bed, make sure you fill it almost all the way up to the top. Once you've filled up your bed, make sure you flatten out the soil evenly. Now that we've filled our bed, it's time to select some crops. You should only plant what you like to eat, and you can buy seedlings for quicker results. Seeds are good too, but they will take longer to produce. Brassicas such as kale, cauliflower and cabbages like cooler temperatures. Tomatoes and chilies favour the heat. Today we're going to plant snow peas and lettuce. Make sure you read the label on the seedlings so you know how far apart to plant them. Once you've prepared your soil, it's time to plant your veggies. If you're using seedlings, it's always good to moisten the soil before removing. Remove the seedlings carefully from the punnet. Separate the seedlings gently using your fingers. Because we're using snow peas, they need to be positioned 10 centimetres apart. Make a hole in the soil with room for the roots. Put the seedling in and gently backfill. Then repeat this process for each seedling. Be sure to leave room between each seedling so the plant can grow. Our lettuce seedlings need to be planted at 25 centimetres apart, so for this planter box we can only fit 3. Plant the seedling to the same depth as it was in the punnet. To promote root growth, water in your seedlings with some seaweed solution. Read the label on the back to determine how much seaweed solution you need for your veggie garden. Now that we've watered in our garden, we need to protect it from pests. If snails or slugs are a problem, use some snail bait. You can always remove pests such as caterpillars by hand. Once you've planted your garden, it's good to mulch it for protection. You can mulch it with straw or pea straw. This will help protect the plant roots. So there you have it. Now you're ready to start planting your very own vegetable garden.